when I had this car, I got it running, you know, replaced the water pump, the pulleys, everything, got it up and running. Take the headliner out and you look at it, it looks like this is some junkyard car that somebody has ransacked it. It just looks, it's in a state of disrepair. But I'm working on the headliner. That's just going to take some time because nobody local has any headliner power. I'm going to have to order it. It's crazy. So this is the headliner lying on top of the headliner board. I did not get a video of the headliner before, but I have pictures, so you'll have to be content with that. From here is a matter of just making sure it's spaced kind of correctly, left to right, front to back. I want plenty of overlap so I don't short myself anywhere. See, this is the very front. You can see it just comes over the edge. I might want a little bit more than that because that is not a lot of overlap. I'd like to kind of overlap it, fold it back, and glue it. I'm not really concerned about the glue letting up on the sides, nor most of the time it's right in the middle, but every now and then you have it let up on the sides. So we'll just make sure it's even. It is headliner, it is foam backed, and what that means is it'll help conform to cracks better. The glue, got a little mark in there. The glue won't soak through the headliner because if you were to glue just cloth onto the headliner board, it'd get, you know, crackly and crisp because that glue is going to dry. Here it dries against the foam, not the headliner. Oh, you know, headliners, they can last a while. This one lasted 15 some odd years, but I think the car's out in the heat a little bit. That always is a catalyst for the headliner failing prematurely. Any of my openings, like trim openings, seatbelt openings, center headlights, what will happen there is I will just glue this whole thing as is, and then from the back I will kind of cut a little cross, a little X right in the middle of those openings, and then I'm just going to fold it back. You could try to cut it out. Well, I'm going to try to cut more than I have to. I'll just fold it in and glue it and give a nice crisp edge. That's it. This thing is it. Now the question is, do I glue it tonight or do I call it a night? Because, man, I've been busy today, and it is getting close to the end of a very long day. Finally, I'm going to cover this headliner. I've put it off. We are back. We're going to get it done. So what have I done? Well, I've taken all the existing headliner off, all the foam. I would recommend an electric sander. You can do it by hand, you can do it by a number of ways. After I did, what did I use? I used a pneumatic sander. After I did that, I went back over just to make sure there's no fuzz left because it's going to hurt your bond. All that is done. I've laid out my piece of headliner. Now, this headliner, this is 3 yards of headliner material. Most places are going to set up by the yard. You may get one that sets up by the half yard. I needed like just under 3 yards. I think I need like 2.5 yards or something, but this place only sold by the yard. I've got it, is here. So I've taken it to the front, just enough overlap. A lot of factory headliners don't wrap over the edges. I like to. Gives it a nice, good fit, prevents any squeaking, things like that. So what we're going to do is, since this is set, it is so long, I need to put down some drop cloths so I don't get glue on anything. So I'm going to fold back half of it, do it better than this, spray half of the headboard, spray the headliner. This is special headliner glue. You can't just use whatever glue. It will fall down. It gets hot. It's the roof or the ceiling of your car. Spray it well. So what I'm going to do, spray the headliner, the back of the headliner, spray the headliner board, and I'll go side to side. When I spray at the same time, I'll go up and down. That way you make sure you get great coverage, which is what you want. I've got 2 cans. It better last because I'm not buying any more. Headliner glue is expensive. And once it's sprayed down, I will start in the middle. I will slowly kind of bring it over. And you want to do kind of sweeping motion with your hand as it sticks, because if you don't push it down, you will be adjusted, but you got to be careful. Slowly come down, working from the center out. And this does have enough flex, enough gap to get into those cracks. You can kind of pull any wrinkles out, like especially right in here where like the hangers are, the hand pulls. That is a bit of a recess, but you got enough give to do that. Work out the center to the back, work around all these little all these little crevices and niches, and don't worry about any openings. Just go right to the edge, rub it down. Once that's done, we'll pull the other half back. We'll spray it same way, horizontal, vertical, center out, glue it down, rub it down. I'm going to let it sit a day. I don't want to mess around with it. I don't want it to come up. And that's it. We got this headliner. If you go online, you don't have a lot of choices. I really wanted to buy a headliner from Hobby Lobby. They are local. They have a great per yard price. They only carry it in black, black, brown, and dark gray. I need light gray. And it's baffling to me that they don't carry light gray, because every single car I have in my yard right now, which is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars all have light gray headliner. Why do I not carry light gray headliner? I don't know. So I had to buy it, and I thought I'll support local. A little expensive, a little more expensive than I was expecting. And like the shipping price was kind of what got it for me. Will I go again? I hate to say no. I like supporting local. They had a lot of choices as far as color range, but man, the price, a little pricey. All right, we know what we're doing. I know what I'm doing. You know what you're doing. Let's roll this over and let's spray. And I'm probably gonna make sure I get like right in the middle halfway. You want like a good bond, a nice clean line, because if you don't get this glued down well, it's gonna come down again. And we don't want that. And I would assume you could do a halfway job and it still be okay. But I've never been nurse doing halfway. I do need to put down some drop cloths. I got a project I need to take care of at that end of the workbench. I don't want to get glue on my awesome Ghostbusters shirt, so I'll need to put on some coveralls. This headliner, man, this thing is so long. It makes it very unwieldy to work on, because I can't even reach across it. Part of it is my workbench is a bit on the tall side. That's what, it's great for working, but not for headliners. Alright, so that is about middle right there. The easy way to know I'm right in the middle is I just pull it back edge to edge, because I pretty much centered up the headliner on the headboard. So I just pull it back to this edge. It's middle. Alright, drop cloths down there. This side's pulled up. I think we are all set. I'm just about ready to glue it. Not really that long of a process. Just be careful. Put some drop cloths down if y'all want stuff to get glue on, because you get glue everywhere. This is kind of unavoidable. Like these, can't quite get that out of the way. Alright, I've put some drop cloths down, so I'm not going to get glue on anything. I've got a suit on. I got a mask. I'm in aerosol. You know, you should wear just some kind of respirator, because you don't want to be breathing this stuff in, this glue. When it says in the can it's harmful and dangerous on these things, why would you want to breathe it in? So I've got a mask. I'm going to spray. We're going to hope for the best. I mean, I've done this before. Most time with the headliners, getting them out of the vehicle is the hardest part, because you got to like turn it and twist it and try to get it out. I mean, this thing just being so long, I had to take out nearly every interior panel to get it out, but it is out. It needed to come out because that headliner was in rough shape. We're going to do it. We're going to get this thing done. Man, I did not quite anticipate how unwieldy this huge headliner is. Just like to fold this thing over, I had to go over to the other side of the workbench, come over here. It's unwieldy. There's these niches where the pull handles are. Those things are a little tricky, like trying to like work the fabric around there, and it's sticky. And yeah, you know, I feel like I probably could have done a bit of a better job on this. The upshot is the headliner is actually stuck to the fabric stuck to the headliner board. But yeah, I mean, some of these little crevices, I had a little bit of trouble on. Just trying to like rub everything in there and get it in there and glued. I was having to pull some stuff back up to get it back in there. A little tricky. I might have to try to be a little bit better on the other side. Really what got me were these little crevices, because you've got to kind of gather some material to stick it and pull it out. I mean, overall I think it's good. I got a few like little wrinkles I don't love, but notice there's one thing to do about that. I'm just pushing everything down, making sure I got everything stuck well. I think I did. I mean, I think the important parts are where it hangs down in the middle. I think around these crevices and these things that gave me some trouble, well, there's trim and everything that go there, which I think will kind of hide some crimes, which I will need. I keep seeing like things that look like wrinkles, and it's just the openings for lights and seat belts and all kinds of things. And once it's all glued down, I'll have to trim it out. All right, let's spray the other side. It did take me just about one whole can on this side, so it'll be second can on the other side. $35 in headliner glue. That's kind of pricey. Along with the headliner, which I think I spent about $100, which was quite more than I was anticipating. That's $130 for the headliner. That is a quarter of what I paid for the car. I paid $400 for the car. I paid $130 for the headliner. Math ain't quite adding up there. The headliner, if I could have gotten it from Hobby Lobby, would have spent $24 on the fabric. Let's just say $25. $35 for the glue. That is $60. That is a little easier to handle. Unfortunately, I spent quite a bit more than that. Live and learn. Next time I'll know. Let me spray this other side. Let's get this thing done because this thing is a bear. Just it's so unwieldy. It's so large. All right, the headliner is down. So I did a little bit better on this side. I just kind of, instead of trying to pull the whole thing over and then sort it out, which in theory you would know is wrong. I didn't anything about that. Should have thought through it. I just did it slowly by slowly. This niche right here is by far the deepest. You can see like a little bit of relief kind of wrinkles around it. I don't quite know how you get that out. It'd be a little tricky. I wish you were a little bit better. I would say 80%, that's what I'd call it. I need to slice out where the sunroof goes just so I can kind of fold that over. And for any openings, you just punch a hole or poke a hole in the middle with a razor blade and then do an X across it and just fold the X's inside. That's the best way to do it. Yeah, I mean, you can see them, both of these deep niches on both sides. You can see these relief wrinkles right on the edge. Not a lot I can do about that. They were really deep. I was trying to stretch it out the best I can with glue on it. That makes it certainly tough. I'm just folding down anything that's left. All in all, I mean, it's good. I wish, I want all my stuff 100%. I hate when I don't have the 100%. I think this will be fine. Once you put everything back in there, like here, looking at it top down, you can see every little mistake. It's very noticeable. It's very apparent once it's in the car. I think that's going to be a little less noticeable. I'm just going on making sure like everything's kind of pressed down and glued and stuck in place. Because these crap handles, I mean, the back and the front, it's not very deep. Those came out pretty decent. But these one right in the middle, they go down so deep they just kind of want to gather that material in there. I did not do a great job of getting those wrinkles out on either side. And the problem is, once it's stuck, kind of stuck, you can't really do a lot with that. But is it better than what I had before? Oh, for certain. Before, no, the whole headliner was just hanging down. Now it's not hanging down, so that is good. I don't know if there's a way to get these rings out after the fact. I doubt it. I mean, they're glued in. I'm trying to like rub on them and pull on them. And that looks really good in the seconds when you're holding it. Once you let go, it is nothing. But I don't care. It's a headliner. It's in place. We need to clean it up. Holy cow! This headliner, it is big, and that makes it tough. I got one little wrinkle like right in the middle, right there. So I was trying to pull it down. It kind of just gathered, and I don't know. That's one of these things. You got to do a few of them. Last time I did one of these was, gosh, quite a few years ago. And it was probably half this size, if not smaller, much smaller. Again, it's not hanging down, it's in the car, it'll be fine. So you can see right here, you can see a little wrinkle I got in there. This one I'm talking about these niches, you can see it's like a little bit of relief angles. And even the headliner board itself, I think that's probably stamped or pressed. And you can see there's some wrinkles around these really deep niches, but see that corner? You see that corner? It doesn't quite want to stick in there. I didn't quite get enough fabric in there. Like this one came out fine, you see, molded perfectly. It's just this one that's deep. Even this back one, it's fine, you can see, looks good. But overall, you can see like some imperfections, like right there, there's just no ping in there. You can see a little bit of a line where I glued half and then the other half. That's really like the one piece it's I kind of hate. Kind of shows. So there's something going on in there, right? Oh, that's just my whites, that's just a shadow. Overall, way better than what we had. As you can see, my headliner is done. I just need to cut out all the openings, like the sunroof, center console, there's lights, there's seat belts, there's plenty of things, there's holes for grab bars. Cut all that out, trim off any excess, because I don't need all this, just an inch is fine. Kind of cut this around all these openings, and we're set. So I'm going to set to that and get this thing back in the car, because this thing, we're ready to put it together. I hung up my headliner, I got my little paint hooks up there, so I just hooked it to hang it up to trim this stuff out. Maybe I should have attached or sprayed the glue with it vertical like this. Might make things easier. Just rolled up the glue from the top, sprayed it top down, and rolled it in. I don't know, because I hate like stuff like this. I got that. I mean, it'll be okay. Don't love it like that. Is one glaring mistake. Got a few like half wrinkles, stuff like that. It's not bad. I mean, you're never going to be analyzing this closely because it's above your head. You're never going to look up. I wish I'd done these corners a little better. I've kind of pieced in a little bit just because I guess I maybe should have like pie cut it 5, 6, 7, 8 times around there to try to like wrap it around. I didn't. I just kind of cut it Xing like everything else, and then I realized that the headliner is different. It doesn't have any trim. It goes straight from a headliner to the sunroof. And the sunroof, I didn't even think about it. The sunroof has material here. It is not sagging. It is a different texture and color, and so you gotta live with that. I don't have any extra material. Didn't think about that one. So you see, I tried to glue this. That was stupid. I don't know why I tried to epoxy this. I should have gone tried and true plastic welding. Is it pretty? No. Is it functional? Yes, it is. And plastic welding, it's not like metal welding. Your cracks, you want to melt through your cracks. This is ABS. You want to add the ABS. This thing is solid now. It ain't pretty, but guess what? You'll never see it. And it worked for me. So that is what we got. Again, I just ABS. I've got like a wood burning kit. I just put on a mask. I just melt that plastic into it. And I melted it all around the base just to strengthen that base to make sure it's really good. Because it's going to be weak. That's okay. Melted it through the crack. Because the crack ran basically the width of the thing. So I melted through the crack. Kind of pulled this thing back. Melted through it. Put some ABS in there. And melted it all back. And it's solid now. That's what you got to do. That's what we did. Engine cover done. The headliner's going back in. Did make one mistake. And yeah, there's often kind of the inclination of I make a mistake. I don't want to show you, but this is for you as much as it is for me. What mistake did I make? Well, hatch was up. As I start pulling forward, that kind of hit it right here. I was going very slowly, but I have a slight little rub mark right on that wing back there, right there. Now I think it'll buff out, but the top of that wing is it's like old plastic. It is plastic. It's painted, but the paint is not in great shape anyway. So the whole thing kind of needs to be buffed anyway, so I think it'll be okay. Hate that I did that. Kind of hate to have to admit that. But that's where we are. But the headliner's going in. We have enough space. Everything in there. This thing is going. And the engine bay right now looks the most complete it's ever looked. Every retainer, every bolt, every engine cover, everything. It's all in its place. You open the hood, it's like, oh, this looks stock. First time it's looked anywhere near stock until just now. It's awesome. I love it. So we are back in the Honda. Just need to get this headliner in. Eventually put a seat in the driver's seat because I've been putting it in and out of the garage on a bucket, and put the interior back in. I think we are close to this. I would like to drive this thing out of the garage, I don't know, today, this weekend. I think it's doable. Let's see. Let's start putting stuff together.